Welcome back to the Real Estate News. With me now is Allison Cobb of the Cobb Group at Charter One. Welcome, Allison.
Hey, Jenny, how are you?
We're thrilled to have you here today, so
Super.
Thank you. I'm doing great. Now, I want to talk a little bit today just specifically about the Cobb Group, because I've found, with all the different agents that we have on the show, each agent and each company has its own specific personality and kind of unique brand. So will you tell us a little bit about the Cobb Group's personality?
Sure. The Cobb Group has been around since 1990. We consist of George Cobb, Allison Cobb, David Hussey, and we're considering bringing on a new agent this spring.
Great.
Two attributes that we find very important. One is listening. We spend a lot of time listening to our customers, whether they're buyer or seller, making sure that we're meeting the same objective. We understand we're a team, and making sure that we understand exactly what they're trying to accomplish is very important. We also believe in trust, emotional trust. The act of selling and buying real estate is very personal.
Absolutely.
It's most people's biggest investment, and it's very important to them. And during the process, a lot is revealed, and again, trust is just a very important part of real estate.
Well, because you're creating a partnership.
Certainly.
You're working as a team to accomplish a common goal.
Yes.
Now, how do the attributes that distinguish the Cobb Group, how do they translate to Charter One?
Well, Charter One is a company that's been around for 28 years, very successful in the Low Country. They own 25% of the market share, meaning 1 in every 4 transaction, there's a charter agent on one side or the other, if not both. All charter agents come in with experience, and we know that when we work on another transaction and there's a charter agent on the other side, it's going to be handled professionally and it's going to go smoothly. Most transactions move very fluid, with a lot of fluidity when they're handled with charter on either side.
Fantastic. And now, you mentioned when we were talking off camera that, a lot of realty companies, they want to be number one, but you have a little bit of a different take on that.
Well, we don't just, and this came from Charlie, who's one of the owner, Charlie Reed, who's one of the owners of our company. There was an article recently in the Island Packet, and he wrote that Charter and the Cobb Group feels the same way, that they pride themselves on not only being number one, but they pride themselves on being the best. Yeah. And I think those are attributes that the Cobb Group believe very strongly as well.
No, I agree.
We will always go the extra mile for our customers to make sure not only that a transaction happens, but that it happens smoothly and professionally along the way.
And and everybody's happy.
Exactly.
Everyone gets what they set out to accomplish.
Yes, exactly. Referrals are the name of the game, and we want to make sure that everyone leaves happy and it's a successful transaction.
And now, I touched on early in the show, we were talking on the headlines about kind of spring or predictions for 2015, more specifically starting out this spring for the market. So what do you see in your crystal ball happening?
My magic crystal ball.
Yeah.
This spring is slated to be a very good spring. Things are starting to settle down in the Low Country. The market's starting to stabilize. Most of the short sales and foreclosures have blown through. Banks are streamlining those processes and they're moving much more quickly. Everybody is talking that this spring prices are going to start to tip on the upward, little north, and hopefully the next 5 years we'll see some great sales in the Low Country.
And increases, absolutely. Well, it's obvious that your clients are in very, very good hands. So Allison, thank you so much for your time today. It's always a pleasure having you here.
Definitely, always a pleasure with you too, Jenny. Thank you.